welcome to Masters of Real Estate. My name is Mathew Owens. I am a California licensed CPA, full-time real estate investor, and I've flipped over 1,000 houses now, which is massive brain damage and probably not the best strategy for a lot of investors out there. A lot of people really go out and they think, hey, I'm gonna go and fix and flip houses, I'm gonna go wholesale houses, and it's a massive brain damaging type event to do that kind of work involved for that kind of profit involved as well. It can really be difficult to hit all of your metrics and be able to be profitable on your fix and flip property and be able to, actually make money grinding away at that level. That is probably not the best strategy for true financial freedom in your life. A lot of you guys are probably like me in the beginning, where you're working at a job. Maybe you like your job. Maybe it's just difficult, but it's not actually helping you grow, right? It's not actually challenging you. Or maybe you don't like your job and you're like me, where you're just wanting to bang your head against a computer. I was doing CPA work, doing taxes and auditing and things like that, and it was very repetitive, monotonous stuff, check the box type stuff. It was just really boring and out of my mind, just annoying to do consistently. And I can tell you that I had to have something more, right? I was looking for that way to create financial freedom in my life, and I actually chose to be the active operator, right? The one that was going to go out and start fixing and flip properties. I actually got my first deal under contract, and I quit my CPA firm job. I was going to make 30 grand on it. I ended up making 20 on it at the time, and of course, because I was wrong on my numbers in the very beginning, I even tried to go buy rental properties that were negative cash flow at the worst possible time that I could actually invest. And so, going out and doing everything wrong in the beginning and then realizing, hey, there's other ways to create that financial freedom without having to constantly go out and grind and grind and grind. Yes, you have to consistently learn, right? I constantly educate myself on podcasts, on webinars, on live events, on seminars, on all different types of education to increase my understanding of different strategies to invest in real estate in different ways. I'm always paying for education. I'm paying to be around the right people as well. And so it's super important to grind on your further education and to continue to increase your knowledge base so that you can actually deploy some of the strategies that you can do much more passively, right? Most of the time, investors, maybe you have some capital or maybe not enough capital, and you're just not sure that, how do you actually invest it and make sure that you are not going to lose your money or do the wrong move. And the stock market just isn't making you enough cash flow right now to actually retire off of. So you feel trapped in your job over here. At the same time, you're not sure how to create enough cash flow over here. And the way you do that is by bridging that gap through the right education on the right types of strategies. So I'll bet you didn't know that you can go buy multifamilies and mobile homes and all different types of real estate properties without having to have all of your own skin in the game, without having to qualify for the loans, without having to do all the work involved as well. So it's called syndications, and you can typically invest with other operators that are professionals in their field that are going to stop you from having the massive learning curve of going out and doing the operations yourself. Because quite frankly, if you're brand new and you start to go buy a multifamily building without any experience or the right mentors or the right team, you're going to fall on your face, or you're going to have a lot harder time doing it than going out to a professional that actually already knows this space and things like that, right? So being able to utilize the right people to help you actually achieve that financial freedom in your life and start replacing your income from your job with these passive investments. For example, I've invested in a few multifamilies last year, a few mobile home parks last year. I'm making 8% plus on my money just in the preferred return, let alone the upside potential and the splits on the cash flow and the crazy amount of tax benefits that I was able to get and I did not have to do the operational work. I didn't have to qualify for those loans myself. There's a team that's doing that on my behalf so that I don't have to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I got to vet them like crazy, right? But that is the key to start to create cash flow streams that will create that financial freedom in your life over a period of time. And a lot of people focus on, hey, this is how much capital I have. You don't necessarily need your own capital to do this, right? You can help raise capital. You can help with operations. You can help find deals. There's a million ways of adding value to get a piece of a deal so that you can actually invest passively as well and create that cash flow stream in your life, right? You don't want to go from one grind on a W-2 job and trying to get out of the rat race on that grind to another grind over here to consistently be grinding in real estate nonstop. Yes, you are going to have to do work, and you're going to be working really hard to build those assets and that cash flow stream so that you can retire over here on the other side. But you don't want to build yourself into another job on this side, on the investing side. And so it's super important to put the right systems in place, the right asset management processes and procedures in place, and get the right team that can help you with some of this stuff, where you can have them do some of the work for you so that you don't actually have to be consistently following up with all these different investment teams and things like that all the time. So, but you can absolutely create a cash flow stream that will create financial freedom in your life passively, which is what everybody wants, right? You just want checks coming in the door, right? And so super important. You may have $1 million or $2 million now to invest. You may only have 50 grand or 25 grand, or maybe you're just getting started, right? But the first step is learning these strategies. You have to know how to do the due diligence on the investments. You have to know how to do your due diligence on the operator and themselves, and understand if the project that you're looking at investing in is aligned with performance-based incentives, so that way that operator gets paid only after you make a specific return first. So you're making a minimum return, and then there's splits and profit for the operator and additional splits for you on top of that, right? So that's how you really want to be looking at these, is finding these investments so that you can invest passively, one at a time, learning the due diligence on those deals and slowly building your cash flow stream so that you can replace your W-2 job with that additional cash flow income, right? So this is not an easy thing to do, right? A lot of people get really concerned and get scared because it's a lot of learning that goes into this. At the same time, think about this, right? If you did one of those deals, every year for the next 10 years, you could be retired in 10 years, right? You could slowly implement this type of strategy. You can start networking with the right people that understand these strategies, that can teach you everything that they know. You can watch YouTube videos. You can go to these webinars and these seminars and these classes consistently every quarter, where you're spending, and every week, where you're spending a couple of hours every single week just learning these strategies on how to create financial freedom. Yes, you need to put your budget together and know how much income you're trying to replace, so you know what your goal is in the first place. But you can create these financial freedom strategies and invest in these different strategies passively without having to do the work or take all the risk on the financing on that back end side, and dealing with the exit strategies on the deals and doing all that workload involved can be completely off of your plate as an investor. And I typically like putting smaller chunks of money with different operators, different asset classes, different markets of the country, so that if one of them blows up on me and doesn't perform or steals the money or something like that, or honestly just isn't very good at what they do, even after all my due diligence, then I'm not stressing like crazy because that money is still coming in on all those other investments, right? So something to really think about, right? You're going to have some winners and losers across the board, but you want to be able to make sure you do a lot of homework on that operator up front. What other deals have they done in the past? Have you done a criminal and financial background check? What are the different things that you can do on them? Can you call their investors? Can you look at their financial assumptions and see, hey, are they being conservative? Are they really pushing the numbers to make things look better, right? So you can focus on these financial freedom strategies, just being involved with the right people, getting the right education, understanding how to analyze those deals and what risks are out there on the market. So these things are what you do when you're trying to learn the right way to create these financial freedom cash flow streams in your life and replace your job, get out of that rat race and get out of the pain. And quite frankly, you know, one of your biggest expenses is taxes. And if you're buying real estate related assets, many times there's massive tax deductions you can just get just for buying them in year one. So, you know, focusing on being able to mitigate taxes in your investing at the same time can jumpstart your investing on the other side and your cash flow stream. So if you go buy, you know, put in $100,000 into a property and get or into one syndication and get a $50,000 or $100,000 tax deduction on the other side, that is massive, because now you have all those tax savings now to go reinvest in a new deal or a secondary deal or a third deal and increase your cash flow and do that over and over and over again. Think about this. If you were to put in $100,000 every single year into a deal and you got a $50,000 to $100,000 tax deduction for doing that every year, that's a lot of tax savings where you can be buying another deal every single year just on the tax savings alone. So there's some major benefits to it, some unbelievable ways to make a ironclad cash flow stream so that you can actually retire and not be stressing working that 9 to 5 all the time. And the way you mitigate the risk so that you can actually protect yourself is through that right education on the due diligence processes and procedures. We have a 200-point due diligence checklist. You can go to our website at MathewOwens.com. That's one T in Matthew, so MathewOwens.com, and you can download our due diligence checklist if you want it. You can have it for free. It's what we use to analyze these different deals and make sure we're hitting all the right metrics and asking all the right questions so that we can make sure that we're investing on winner deals and not the ones that have higher risk, have the wrong, you know, debt stack, have the wrong financial assumptions, have the wrong operator. There's many of them that you want to really be able to weed out, and we don't accept 90% of the ones we review. So, you know, a lot of this is really, really key to being able to be a successful investor. So if you want to learn more, go ahead and follow me on social media. You can go to our website and sign up for our investor portal and be on our VIP list for the investments that we come out with consistently. And you can schedule a consultation with us too to learn more, and we can go over your financial situation and help you with understanding how to put you on the right track to financial freedom. Thanks so much and have a great rest of the day. Do you want to learn how to create financial freedom in your life through real estate and take your investing business to the next level? If so, you can follow us in one of the following ways. First, you can take one of our free webinars on how to analyze property, how to raise capital for real estate, and how to market and find deals. 3 of the key pillars to becoming a successful real estate investor. Number 2, you can join us on our mailing list where you'll get tips and tricks on real estate investing directly to your inbox. And number 3, you can take our 6-month real estate course that teaches you every aspect of real estate investing you can think of, and more importantly, create financial freedom in your life through real estate investing strategies that I teach. If you want a master's in real estate in 6 months, this course is for you. We're going to go over how to raise money, promissory notes, syndications, fixing and flipping, buy and hold investing, tax and legal structures, self-directed retirement accounts, financial education, how to run a business, how to market and find your deals, and most importantly, how to create that financial freedom in your life so that you can stop trading your time for money and create passive real estate cash flow that you can live off of. If you're interested, go ahead and click on one of the links below, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side.